Why are you buying a 168 unit apartment community like the one that you're seeing here? One of the main reasons has to do with replacement costs. In a world where new apartment communities per unit are $200,000, $250,000, maybe $300,000 or more per unit, we're able to come into markets like this and purchase properties for $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 a unit. So it's obvious the amount of benefit we get up front when we purchase it. So that's number one. Number two, where does the value come from? Well, I kind of talked about that with what I just mentioned to you, but another big piece that's not talked about often enough, which is a huge part of our framework, is the access to off-market deals. And so we have a system and a process that we've been using for decades where owners of apartment communities like this, when they're ready to sell, they contact us first. And so we're able to get first shot, first look at these properties, and not surprisingly, if and when we decide we want to pull the trigger and buy a property like this, we're able to get fantastic pricing up front as a result. And of course, that's if the property meets our criteria, and if and when it does, we're ready to go. Safety and stability. One of the main reasons Iowa is such a great marketplace is the predictability part of it. So what do I mean by predictability? Does that mean that we can look into a crystal ball and know exactly what's going to happen? No, but here's three important words for you. Boring is smart. Boring is smart. And what our investors have found and what I've found over the years is boring and smart properties like this tend to be very predictable in not only how they perform, but in their returns, in their tax savings, and overall benefits that they give to our investors. Here's one of the most important things that people miss. One of the most important things that people miss when they're looking at multifamily investing, whether active or passively, two simple words: pattern recognition. Pattern recognition. That's all we're really doing here, and that's really what we've got in place foundationally, is this kind of boring is smart pattern recognition. And when we find a property like this and we recognize the patterns and we can implement our management processes and systems, it's the kind of property that gives benefits, fantastic benefits to our investors year in and year out. And many times like this one, we end up owning it for 15, 20 years as a result. So look, I thought you'd have an interest in at least getting kind of a pull the curtain back inside quick look at why not only do we purchase apartment communities like this, but foundationally where we're at philosophically and why it's worked out the way it's worked out for my partners and for myself over 3 decades.